get y'all better. Well, you better get ready. Bow to the podcast. Put it down. We generate into something cool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. This the Bronx, boy. Yeah. This the Bronx, little man. Put it down.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of D-Generation X. This is episode 12 now?
Episode 12, everybody.
Moving along.
Almost a teenager.
Yeah. Almost there.
Yeah, but we missed a lot of wrestling in the last couple of weeks since the last chat, because we had a
Oh,
special
thank
episode
God.
last week. So it's been a couple of weeks since we actually talked about modern wrestling. And one of the biggest things that happened in the last couple of weeks is Worlds Collide 2025.
Which was awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
The last episode we predicted what would happen in some of these matches, and we were looking forward to this. So now we get to talk about it.
Yeah, we're pretty hyped. And it was a success for them, too. It was on YouTube, so everyone could watch it.
Which was nice.
That was pretty cool. We didn't know that, right? We low-key, me and Duende started watching it together. We didn't know it was on YouTube.
No,
we
through one of the humble family members of that rat bastard Justin. They told us,
they put us on
about YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you, YouTube.
We were just there for the food, but
yeah.
Hey, we're part of the
got
YouTube
some
family
wrestling,
now.
too.
They let me eat the scraps off the floor. It's nice.
It's wild where we're all at in wrestling in the world, like from going network television to now
Netflix, YouTube.
Netflix,
We're all
yeah.
streaming.
They're sharing our
streaming.
platform. We already know that they've been watching.
Yeah, because they've been taking a lot of our ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of things on. You gotta watch it on the run too. A lot of times, busy guys, busy lives.
Big guys.
Sexy, yeah, guys.
So how do we feel? I felt Worlds Collide was much better matches than obviously Money in the Bank.
100%.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
All
for
day.
sure.
Like, I mean,
I was
sure.
burnt out.
the worlds are
on-
colliding, man.
But it was just
Yeah.
cool to see like how it's gonna work, how AAA is gonna work in WWE's universe, and I thought they gelled well. Because I think like AAA in itself is kind of like a different form of a lucha. Like it's more like Americanized lucha, sort of to begin with. So I think they're gonna blend in. But the biggest pop of the goddamn night, Mr. Iguana,
That's
and
right.
I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna ride that goddamn. We got a new thing for this.
Yeah. That's what we
Flip
get
friggin'
out of this.
Rainforest Cafe.
Nice. So yeah, let's get into
Put
it.
on
That
your
first
shoulder.
match,
My man got the $90.
as Mooney
iguana.
mentioned, Mr. Iguana, who was a hit
Yeah.
at Worlds Collide. Everybody fucking loved them, including us.
And they're gonna
Me
love it even
personally.
more because they're gonna start selling these.
Right, right.
I was gonna get a hand puppet, but I was gonna only talk the whole episode through the freaking iguana.
So that match
What
was.
does the iguana sound like?
I don't have that on. It sounds like smart. It
Yeah.
sounds like.
Give me a hell yeah! But a little fun fact about Mr. Iguana.
Drop some knowledge on the
I
kids.
was hanging around and just reading comments. I don't remember what I was watching, but it was all in Spanish. And someone had brought up that Mr. Iguana is actually a play on marijuana.
Oh, true that. I didn't think about that.
It's actually a stoner gimmick.
Mr. Iguana.
Nice.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I can say
Oh
this.
yeah. Also, like an old cliche was that you'd have a stoner friend who always had a pet iguana. Yeah, I think David Spade had a whole bit on that.
Oh, really?
Growing up in Arizona, he's something with that.
Never heard of that.
Take
but
the
I
hit.
like it.
1997,
Well,
David Spade.
You know, I wonder if we can find that clip and put it in here.
I mean,
David Spade hit
the telling sign-
take the hit.
The telling sign is actually the pet iguana. The pet iguana's name is La Yesca,
Okay.
which is slang in Mexico for weed.
Oh,
shit.
there we go. So that's
There
pretty
you go.
much
Fun
confirmed.
fact.
Now I know how to
So
get
how
the
are they
telling
gonna feel
sign.
about that? They all like beer, but they don't like marijuana.
I think
Yeah,
it kind of like
none of that.
slipped in there
Yeah.
into the WWE.
Also, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like Mr. Iguana, they want to move him over to the main roster.
They
just
run away. He's
because-
bilingual.
Happening.
He's also bilingual.
Well, also he's also just a big merch seller, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's their push too for that. You know, they're going to sell tons of these bad boys.
So, yeah,
They don't have the Joe Ron
definitely.
R-Truth anymore.
with a little
Yeah.
bag.
But let's get into that match that he was featured on. It was
Right.
Octagón Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana versus Lince Dorado, Cruz del Toro, and Dragon Lee. That was a pretty good match. I think that was the opener.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it
a
was.
crazy opening.
That was just pure
Dragon Lee's
entertainment,
pretty
man.
fire.
They put
And
on-
you got to see these
yeah.
LWO guys in a different environment.
They're good. They
and
never get a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like they're true. They're jobbed the fuck out, and they're so good. It's like a shame, but they showed them off a little bit.
The
yeah.
entertainment's also so different, like the lucha entertainment, like
100%.
the
This
way
is
they-
hard hitting, fast.
Well, that too, and also just like a lot of like flashy moves and
Yeah, all the moves they do, like just
Even
put
the
everything
Spanish
in the WWE
commentators
after
were
war.
cool. I actually enjoyed their.
I gotta say,
commentary.
Vikingo said like a beautiful comment about it. He was like, "You put like men into headlocks, and I make art in the sky." Something.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's correct.
Wow. Which is that?
Spark up Layaska.
Yo, like,
Yeah, you know, in some countries they eat iguanas. Like it's a
That makes
delicacy.
sense.
They eat a lot of shit in a lot of countries.
True story.
I didn't feed my goddamn iguana when I was
I'm
a
about to
kid.
eat them.
What?
I'm hungry.
That bastard. Fucking
So yeah, that was a sick match. It was high flying, you know.
Fucking
It gave that lucha flair that you know WWE most casual WWE fans don't. You really know.
They don't know the tempo of like just.
So
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
cool to.
It was almost like watching. It's almost
Have that be
watching.
the
That's almost like
introduction.
watching a dance.
It's a beautiful
Like
dance.
it's just it's just
Yeah.
very well choreographed. Like
Or
everyone,
like the circus, how they do like
Yeah.
acrobatic
Yeah.
shit, you
Yeah,
know
it's
what
great
I mean?
choreography.
But it's also sick to see the way the audience pops to different things.
Oh, yeah.
Like the pop to like certain like maneuvers and the storytelling is a little bit different. It's hard to really like put into words exactly what it is if you're not like you got to watch it for yourselves. And
Put it this way, I watch WWE. I'm there to listen to the promos and watch all the in between. The wrestling's filler.
Secondary.
This is different for the AAA. I felt like I want to watch more of the actual wrestling.
Well, they tell a
Yeah,
story in the
it's
ring,
all
like,
yeah, yeah.
and it's like very traditional, like rudos, technicos, like. good
I
and
low
bad.
key look forward to the entrances too, just because of all their little gimmicks and like their cool costumes and shit.
You mean how I took the iguana and threw it up on his shoulder perfectly?
Yeah. Right.
People were saying,
exactly.
does he have a magnet on there?
Yeah,
Or
that was
No, it's
amazing.
just-
he fucked up one time. One time it didn't land.
Ah, we all fuck up.
that's some real stoner shit.
It's like Mr. Perfect, with the towel. Mr. Perfect with the towel, or catching the pencil.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
The next match was Stephanie
Oh, but
McCare.
we forgot to talk about how do we feel about Dominic at the end with
They were
they were
right.
trying to push
Octagon
Octagon
Jr.
Jr.
I-
versus
which-
Dominic.
So I feel like they were trying to push Octagon Jr. so they could have that beef between Octagon and Penta, like the old school Penta Octagon.
We don't need that. Nobody needs that.
Yeah.
No one's looking for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Next match was Stephanie Vaquer versus Lola Vice. I mean, Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice versus Dalis and Chic Tormenta.
Yo,
Just what about that?
this match
This had a
was
memorable
Them
moment.
bitches are hard.
This was crazy.
They were,
yeah. This was better than all Money in the Bank.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of choreography,
Stephanie wrestled
Twice.
Yeah,
twice
yeah,
in one
yeah.
night.
He
Wow.
violated her
crazy,
contract.
yeah.
Stephanie and Lola.
Well, twice in one night. Then the
The
night
overworked
before,
Latino.
she was did a match too.
On SmackDown.
Yeah, on SmackDown.
What a beast, dude.
Oh, I popped one. Who's your favorite wrestler? Chris Benoit.
yeah.
Pegasus Kid, which we'll talk about later on.
Yeah, we'll talk about later on in the original Worlds Collide.
Mhm.
You guys gotta learn Spanish because they were
I'm
asking.
working on. Hey, I got authentic Mexican today, and I was like trying. I was like, "Cómo estás?" I was like, yeah. So I'm trying to work.
That's better than me. I'm Spanish. I don't
Yeah.
know Spanish.
Look, little by little. Wow, thirsty guys with thirsty lives.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
usually
man.
don't like to
Sorry.
let people know I can understand. I just can't speak it. So like at work, I want to see if they're talking shit about me. That's everywhere.
Nah, you gotta listen to these interviews because Stephanie's on there. They're asking her questions in Spanish. This is when she was not AAA, but what's the other Mexican?
CMLL.
CMLL.
She was in there, yeah.
She was there getting some like shoe questions, and they were asking her like, "Oh, what's your favorite body part?" And she's like, "Mis chichis." Yeah.
So how do we feel about the match?
And a memorable
It was-
moment.
it was-
They
it
both
was
did
fire.
the move. They both
Insert
did the.
Booker T.
Yeah, we
Booker T
got a
would've
double
gone
dose
crazy.
of it. We got a double dose of it. They
Yeah,
both
yeah.
did the move.
They were both.
Nice.
They're both hot as fuck.
Yes, they both are.
Lola Vice is hot. I never really knew about her, but.
And
We're gonna
every-
objectify women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're just saying how beautiful they
Oh,
are.
they are. They are.
Right, yeah.
And you damn
Work of art.
sickos, everybody put on, because if you watch in these like women's tag matches or four-way women's matches, they're always trying to put on
I know.
so many spots, and they probably hit like 3 out of 10 spots. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
That's true.
Yeah,
I wasn't
at
that.
least the guys just power through it like idiots and hurt themselves. Them, I don't know, but this match put out. Ooh, that was
Oh, and then the move's
Yeah.
called the Devil's Kiss.
Devil,
That's
I knew
what
that. Yeah, I knew it was
said.
about Devil's something. Devil's Kiss. It's funny. It was like Devil's Kiss. Something.
Next match was
Yeah.
Legado del Fantasma,
Mm.
which is Santos Escobar, Angel, and Berto. Those were AEW guys, right?
No.
No.
No, they're WWE guys.
Yeah,
I'm
WWE
sorry.
guys, yeah.
We can't say that
They're
word.
from SmackDown. Yeah. And then El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown.
Psycho Clown. It's great to see him on freaking
Those
WWE.
dudes
Yeah, it was dope. And then
Was that- he was
even
around
the cool
guys,
match
dope,
too,
too.
with the
Oh,
AAA
yeah.
and WWE.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But he's been doing
That was
that, like,
that was a
that's
pretty sick match.
decades of that guy. I haven't seen him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
came
a
around
best.
recently to HOG, but I wasn't there.
We'll
Would've
see you
liked to
next
see
time.
him,
We'll
yeah.
catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
See you in hell.
Catch him up on the monkey flip side. A lot of monkey flips.
Ooh,
A lot of monkey
A
flips.
lot of monkey flips.
I love
What's
a
that
monkey flip.
headstand up flip?
They're in a corner ring too. Let's bring that up.
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
I was
not a
wondering if that
six-sides.
was going to happen, but
They're
they
on
did
the
a normal ring.
six-sides,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
They were
WWE on the
traditional.
logo. It was WWE and AAA. It wasn't NXT logo. It was WWE, which is also
Of
important.
course, they got to put branding on that.
Yeah, well,
They
yeah.
know what they're
There
doing.
was everything else too. Like there was
Yeah.
the little lady outside had her own fucking badge on the ring too.
There was
Selling
like dude wipes.
Yeah, dude.
You didn't see the lady botch the Mexican national anthem?
Yeah. It was in
I mean,
one of the Wagners was looking at him.
Yeah. She was like, I
Or
think
Blue
she
Demon?
like grabbed her in like a headlock or something. Like, yeah, this is like behind the scenes.
And Leon Garcia did a good American. I'm a patriot, man. She did the American God Bless America. Everyone was they were respectful. It was LA too, though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What was the next one?
We'll just leave that one.
Right, the next match was it was a fatal 4-way for the NXT North American Championship.
Right.
Ethan Page, Ray Phoenix, Laredo Kid, and Javon Evans.
It's just funny because like you could have seen a lot of that stuff in AEW like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
or a couple years ago, 3 years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was watching.
Ethan Page was in there.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, it was crazy to see them give Ethan Page a little push.
We'll go back. We're gonna go back and watch all of the classic AEW things in the last 5 years. We'll do like watch-alongs and stuff.
I saw Javon Evans did that like off the top ropes Cody Cutter style
Yeah,
thing.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
pretty sick.
And then if you notice recently, Cody did it.
Did it
I think
too.
on Raw, on one of these Raws.
Is there too many cutters going around? Is
I
that the new
know.
super kick?
Cutters, super kicks. What's another one? We need more choke slams. Bring back the choke slam.
There's a
And I know it's big enough.
Yeah, South of Heaven.
You could do little choke slams,
Yeah, there's not a lot of
like a
people
little
for
choke
slams.
slam. Send me in with the
Someone
rest
put
of
a
the
choke in.
duendes.
Let's bring back power drivers. Let's just break
No,
it.
they do them on the apron.
Let's,
a lot.
we'll insert Penta.
They do Canadian destroyers.
Nearly bring up Chad Gable's
Chad
match.
Gable's head,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a pretty good match, honestly. Obviously, Ethan.
And it was short. I remember we're doing WWE style. It's like 5 matches, you know.
This is great.
You don't have to-
They had a good pace.
Nice.
to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it was great.
Like 15-minute matches, maybe.
I'm gonna go home and watch it again.
Why not?
I actually even like the way they did the entrance. Like it was the 3 screens for the entrance thing. Like how they had the. It was cool. Everything was cool about it.
Yeah, it was cool.
And
It was good
like,
production, honestly.
we got to talk shit. Like they're talking about like they sold it out. You know, there were like 12,000 people. AEW was there a couple of years ago. It was only like 4,000 maybe or something like that.
Oh wow. They're counting the vendors.
Okay,
do
that's
have
all
to
they, my point is that they're talking about business. They're more about the business side.
So I'm
of
going to talk
WWE.
about business. I'm going to throw it out there. I was kind of a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the visual, some of the production. The cameramen, they just can't keep up. I don't know. They couldn't keep up with some of the action.
They're like sports now, like how like they're reactionary.
It was
I
just
don't know what's going
off.
on.
Like something would be going down, and they're like still filming over here, and I'm like,
I've noticed that in Raw. Like there's
Yeah,
there's,
Raw,
there's-
that
there's
was a lot.
dropping-
Yeah.
some questionable cameramen. They're getting paid a lot. I can do a better job. Fucking
Dude.
doing it.
Well,
Higher
it's new
ups, yeah.
people. It's new.
I can do
director.
half-ass job
Wow.
too.
And then some of the drone people are horrible. Sometimes I can do without those drone shots. I'm like, bro. There's like maybe twice I saw a drone guy that I was like impressed. I was like, oh, okay, this is good.
Now that we're talking about AAA too. So I watched their latest episode, and they did the same thing with and the new AAA Mania. They're doing the same Raw entrances where like they're coming from the parking lot. But they're like doing the WWE style.
Oh,
now.
cool.
That's cool.
It's coming in. All right.
I mean, it's but that's the whole thing. Like blessing or a curse. Like there's less variety. You know, if it's all like WWE style,
Everyone takes
like baseball. You know.
each other.
It was sick listening to Conan on commentary.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't heard him.
I listened to his
You can hear
podcast.
like his love for lucha.
It was
And
beautiful.
how
Yeah,
proud
You ever
he was
seen
to,
this
like, really
when
show it.
they were gonna do, I guess, the Mexican anthem, and they try to get him to stand up, and he was like struggling. Somebody had to like.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
he's
Wow.
sick. He's
Wow.
very
Sad.
sick.
We
Oh,
love
sorry.
you.
He gets the
Yeah.
dialysis.
He was able to get up
I
though.
don't know if you guys can see this Conan on my shirt.
Wow.
You're
You've been
on my
on
shirt
the
right now.
We love you.
Tucking battery.
Show us your bod.
We'll see you
Yeah, I'll
soon.
show you later.
And the last match that night was the AAA Mega Championship, which El Hijo del Vecino had the belt, and Chad Gable was the challenger.
And we're also
Fire
that
match.
Chad Gable
That
was
was
the
a
best
fire,
athlete.
super fire match.
Yeah.
I think that was the best match of the night.
Holy shit.
That's what most people say, that was the top match of the night.
I mean,
And,
they
I
knew what they
agree.
were doing.
It was
Yeah.
sick, yeah.
I think most people are right.
The bookers knew what they were doing. Like they knew that Chad Gable that, and I heard what they were saying. They were like, this might be like a rivalry for the ages. Like they
It
might
kind of
go
felt
on and
that
on
way,
and on.
honestly.
Yeah.
The way that match went on was very cool.
The chemistry was just like perfect.
crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Because there was like, obviously, you know, El Hijo de Volcano, he'd be just doing high flying shit, but he was also wrestling like with Chad. So there were those
Yeah.
spots where they were like actually wrestling, like, you know, it was
Like
pretty fun.
you can see him in like WWE, like because he tried out. He was in AEW for a while, but you know he went back to AAA.
Well,
Yo,
let's
do
see
you
what
guys
happens there.
secretly work for AEW?
Oh, and but then also Chad Gable was also doing double duty that day.
Well, they're working with CMLL. Yeah.
Well, also Chad Gable was also doing double duty that day for the people that believe he is El Grande Americana.
Nah, dude, no way.
That's Chad Gable. No, he's not.
Oh shit! So yeah, that wraps that up, and to me that was amazing. I
That was
didn't
it.
like too much that it was like early on, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. You know,
No,
Money in
but
the
it
Bank
was-
was later on that night.
It
So
was great. I freaking watched the whole thing
yeah,
straight
it was
through.
solid.
There was
It
no
an easy
dull
watch, like
moments.
everyone said. Matches
It was
went
great.
quick.
That was actually perfect
A lot of
early
action,
in the
yeah.
day, because
Yeah.
then I could just be done watching
It was like
wrestling.
a great appetizer.
I didn't even
actually,
watch
now
Money
that
in the
yeah.
Bank
I found
afterwards.
I found it very easy to masturbate to.
Come on out, you rapist!
You were the one.
Goddamn mustache boy.
Fucking mustache guy.
Like Jessica.
But you know, same thing. I actually didn't watch Money in the Bank till the next day because I got my fill with
Yeah,
Worlds
there's
Collide. I was
no
like,
need.
that was great. I'm good.
Yeah.
Right. I can
Why
just watch this
ruin
tomorrow.
it? Yeah, why ruin it?
Good thing, right?
Yeah, I'll ruin tomorrow
Well, this
instead.
gets spoiled on Instagram like right away. Like my reaction, I like take my phone out real quick and it's like.
Yeah, I actually tried not to look at
dude.
social media. So
Speaking
I
of
wouldn't
fucking-
Yeah, you
Mars,
have to go like
you know.
radio silent. You can't. I
yeah.
have,
Post
I
that
have
shit
my
immediately.
girlfriend goes and she was like, I have like ESPN just fucking emails me this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah
we're
it's
talking
wild.
about
It's on
fucking
my
wrestling.
phone. It's like, hey, by the way, you know, fucking this happened.
You know what really ruined it for me? The WWE Network sends you an email with like a, would you like this champion shirt?
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
no. It said like Jey Uso is now champion. Like when I first saw it, I was like,
Whatever
what the fuck?
fucking pencil neck needle dick
R-Truth
bastard
shirt.
sent that. I hope he burn in hell.
Get him, Duende.
It's like they only want money
Ben
from
Rock
us.
gives you a headbutt to your ribs.
But before we go to WWE, let's show a little respect to the original Worlds Collide.
Yeah, before we
Oh,
get
yeah.
exactly.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
So Worlds Collide originally was
1994.
right.
Between the IWC, which is what we were.
Yeah, like it's funny. It's like the American, their American partner was IWC, which is Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
which is great. They had a good roster at the time. They had 2 Gold Scorpio,
Love it, man.
Little Matador was still there. Tito
Oh,
Santana was working in
God.
Puerto Rico in 94.
The only difference though, this was AAA with WCW.
Yeah, WCW
not
did the
WWE.
production.
Oh,
So, yeah,
wow.
most of the wrestlers, all the American wrestlers were from
Yeah.
WCW.
Wow.
The WCW did the technical stuff too. That's why it's the first ever
WCW.
live event by Mike Tenay, who went on to be like kind of like the voice of WCW in the late
Love it.
'90s. And Tony Giovanni, of course, but
I can't get
Mike
past
Tenay.
that.
TNA.
You ate cake with this guy. How
Oh,
many
yeah,
years
Tito.
later?
Nonchalant.
Tito-
Yeah.
That's like beautiful. That's like a
that's
perfect
amazing.
circle.
Yeah.
Imagine you were watching him on TV for that, and did you know this many years later you'd be eating
Yeah,
cake
just having his birthday with him.
barehanded?
His birthday, yeah.
I mean, that's what it is when it's Raza, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man, it's
Yeah.
like that brown
Mi
card. You
gente.
pulled the brown card out.
Speaking of
I pulled it
Raza,
right out, right out of my pants.
speaking of
It's gonna unwrap for you. If you know, you know.
speaking of Raza, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Mooney gave us some homework
yeah,
to
so,
watch
like,
a match.
Yeah.
I suggested these guys watch this match. I didn't realize the coincidence of it being Worlds Collide. I thought it was just I just saw the match. Then later on, I go, oh, it's Worlds Collide. That's why I said let's just talk about the whole match, the whole event. But Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr, they were a tag team. Oh keep going.
Wow.
That's all you
Yes,
get.
that's our best.
Tune in to Patreon for the rest.
Ultimate Sucios.
Yeah, but a little background. Art Barr was his tag team partner. He ended up dying like 3 weeks later after this event. He's only 28.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, well, he was in Portland. Something happened with prison, jail stuff. We'll glaze over that real quick. But Art Barr, he was doing the frog splash first. It wasn't even called a frog splash yet. He was just doing that maneuver. And Too Cold Scorpio was like, "You look like a frog, man." So he started calling it the frog splash. And then Eddie Guerrero, he started doing it as a in memoriam to him.
That's crazy. Sorry to cut you off before you even just
Thank
said that, which thanks for sharing that. I seen that move, and I'm like, Eddie Guerrero, that's Eddie Guerrero's move. And I'm like, oh shit. He probably took it from his homie, his partner.
Art Barr, like, you see his style, like, he was the biggest heel, a Rudo, of the time. He won, like, heel of the year that same year. But you saw his style, like, that was a fast-paced match, but like, I felt like it was a match from, like, 15 years ago or 10 years ago. It had a vibe of, like, all the guys studied that. I forgot how, like, the prototype, Eddie Guerrero was like a big. People always say Chris Benoit too, but Eddie Guerrero was the other one.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Yeah.
Like he mentioned, that was Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr versus Octagón and El Hijo del Santo.
Locos, Ringo Locos. There was a weird faction. Jake the Snake was in the faction.
That was the name.
Louis Piccoli was in it. It was a Madonna's boyfriend. The guy who was with them too, like in the corner, was Louis Piccoli. The guy too, at like 27, really young.
Shit.
He's the guy who did the finisher that Tommy Dreamer started doing as a homage too.
Wow.
We're just
Spicoli driver.
Louis.
Yeah, man. You said he dated
Madonna?
Madonna?
No, that was like the Mexicans. They were just, hey, Madonna's boyfriend.
Oh, that's what that. I couldn't understand. I'm like, what is this? What is this joke? Yeah.
No, but
Some of that commentary was hilarious.
It was all gossip.
Spanish guys.
The magazines like ran Mexico. You know how like Japan was like the wrestling magazines and stuff?
Yeah.
Mexico would be like, who's he married to? Or is he single now? Like with Conan and Vampiro.
You heard about the rumor of Rey Mysterio dating Jennifer Aniston?
Really?
I believe it's possible.
That's a rumor.
Why not?
That's fire.
I mean, yeah.
Good for you, Rey
Who the fuck
Mysterio.
knows?
Why not? Big body Rey Mysterio. Let him do it.
Ooh, yeah. She was just a little
619
curious.
in the back.
Just a little.
She partied like it was 1999.
He partied like it was 619. He dropped the one and just
100%. You heard that, Brad Pitt?
Yo. So, you want to talk more about the matches?
No, it was just great that, and watching it, you got to remember it's the lucha rules, you know?
Right.
The 2 out of 3 stuff, you know, like style with that. But they did a great job the first time. They got a quick early fall. But it was that massive goddamn frog splash and then the double team move. So was Jesus. But it was funny that the other guys were like old school lucha guys. But I think their like style was very modern. That's why I was really into it. It was like,
Yeah. Did you know that Eddie Guerrero's dad and El Hijo del Santo's dad were friends? They wrestled together too early.
Yeah.
Fire. Wow.
So it was like
So much lore.
yeah, because he's
So
second
much-
generation.
So
Or maybe
fucking
third.
royalty. It's a dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he died young too, Eddie Guerrero. He did 38, right? Or 35. Or
They kept saying
Yeah.
La Leyenda.
Might have been 35.
Like legend,
Dude,
like,
man.
all those like lucha dudes.
Hearts
like,
breaking.
Their family.
But they were getting scouted by WCW and WWF at the time for being a tag team. Love Machine and Eddie Guerrero. But I guess maybe they're too small. I think Pat Patterson was one of those guys, or I don't want to name drop like shit on some of the. But one of the WWF guys said he's too small. You know, like
I believe
Benoit.
that.
Like Benoit,
Really?
on the record,
That's
they
what
said
she
that he was brought in and he said, "No, he's too small." And they
Pat
went to
Patterson
WCW.
say that in the shower?
That's what she said.
The banana.
Look, that was peak Eddie. That's
Yeah.
like before, like we're talking before his accident.
Mhm.
That was
Way early. Yeah.
Yeah, this was like
After that he died. Art Barr had all these matches set up with always like in Japan too and everything. Justin Liger, he was going to wrestle at the big Tokyo Dome every January, then January 4th. So that didn't happen obviously. But Eddie Guerrero went to ECW and the rest is history. All the guys, Psychosis, Rey Mysterio. So this is '94. So Art Barr was going to go to ECW too. So who it's kind of like a Brian Pillman situation too. He's like one of those guys that was influential but didn't really reap what he sowed, because he was gone. Yeah.
Right.
Also, the sports entertainment took it. It went from pro wrestling. Well, it was always sports entertainment, but a lot of these now we're seeing so much professional wrestling,
Yeah.
and that's what lucha is. It's like the sports entertainment is still there.
There's an
Nah, they do
aspect
shit.
of
They
it.
do
There's
like
an
Raw
aspect,
type segments in the back, and they're just like talking like.
But,
I got this closed captioning on.
but you hear, but you hear Conan say, he's like, you don't really see much wrestling like this these days.
Yeah.
He's like talking about it. He's like paying homage to like
He does, yeah.
the old
No,
days. You know what I
he
mean?
was kind of like, oh, she sold well, man. He was like,
kind of like breaking
Yeah.
the fourth wall.
they break the fourth wall.
Man.
He's, look at that sell. Ooh, that was a good sell.
Jim Cornette's gonna come after him now.
Jim Cornette
I think
shit
he gets a
on.
pass.
He shit on a lot of that. He doesn't
Did
like
he really?
Lucha. I think he doesn't like Lucha. No, he doesn't like anything non-American, like
prick.
old school.
Shout out to Corny. I mean, I like Corny, but he's a bit of a hard ass.
He's a little bit of a stick in the mud.
Yeah.
So
But it's great that Worlds Collide finally. WWE owns a.
Laughing at us.
Yeah. What do you want? But Worlds Collide, you
Turn it
know,
around now.
You're all a bunch of mosquitoes.
that's what he has to say.
you know, but Worlds Collide,
All the
they used it,
Hispanic
WWE
guys.
used it before with Japan. They did it like a Worlds Collide event because they own the rights to the name. But now it's actually back with AAA, which was the first one, you know, so it's kind of cool. Full circle.
Full circle, man.
Back in LA, both in LA.
That's gonna be the name of this episode. Full circle.
Full circle jerk.
The circle of life.
Full circle
Full
jerk.
circle
And it's
jerk.
funny 'cause
Circle of jerk.
last night on Netflix, I was watching like 2001. I was like looking.
Space Odyssey?
You know what was funny?
Oh.
No. I
Sorry.
was looking for because I went to a show in the county center in '99, so
Yeah.
I was looking for like a before or after. But on Raw, they only have like certain
Oh, yeah,
episodes, and it was '99. It might have been like June,
Ooh.
early June. And then
Wow,
it
we're
was
in
actually
June.
it was the episode where Vince goes and he was like, you gotta strangle the life out of your competition, and all of that. That's
Yeah.
why we have Worlds Collide.
100%.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
Shout out to the duty man.
Hey,
So-
you're gonna crack some eggs, you know, you're gonna make an
You
omelet.
gotta make an omelet.
And you gotta shit on some
Vince McMahon
faces.
conquered.
He's trying to make
like
omelets in
Genghis
Saudi
Khan.
Well, they're
Arabia.
saying now
He
that
was the Genghis Khan of wrestling.
we're talking about WWE's in Saudi Arabia, and Vince McMahon. The rumor is that he's gonna get Saudi money and either try to buy back or make his own
He's
promotion.
gonna come back on the DX tank.
Yeah.
Well, I've also heard that TKO isn't seeing a big getting their money back
Yeah.
from WWE, so they're saying they might sell WWE anyway. So
I heard
it would be a
Disney.
way for
I
Vince
guarantee
to
you
buy
it's
it back. Yeah.
Fucking Disney or something.
Perfect time, huh?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it was me. Imagine that Vince comes back. I'm back.
He's wearing Hunter's skin. He peels it off.
Oh yeah.
You really thought I was gonna let that little bastard take what I created?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard,
Wow.
I'm getting hard thinking about it.
Come here, give Daddy a kiss.
You, sir, are a fornicator!
Speaking of WWE, let's talk about Money in the Bank.
Yeah, 'cause it's been that long since we.
It has been that long.
Yeah. A lot has
Money in the
happened.
Bank.
Shorty,
Right.
what you drank? That's what he
So the first match was the women's, right?
Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
That was
That
exciting.
had
That was fun to
Naomi,
watch.
Rhea
Yeah,
Ripley,
that actually was fun to
Alexa
watch.
It was fun
Bliss,
to watch, I'd say
Roseanne Perez, Julia
Julia.
Julia, Stephanie Bakir.
Yeah.
Vakai. How did she?
Uh,
How did Nikki Bella call her? Stephanie Vacay.
Bakiri.
I will say, in our previous episode when I made predictions, I did say I think they're gonna give Naomi a push, and you guys
You're
were
right.
all like,
We were like, ah!
You
Slow
did
motion
some
laughing.
caution.
but they did.
He
They
was right.
gave her
They
the push.
did.
Love it.
Why?
That's great.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
she's just paid her
Yes.
dues and she's done Money in the Bank couple. Like I think they just
This is what
She paid her
happened.
dues.
All right,
Yo,
we're gonna take the
yes.
title off you, Jay, but she's gonna get the belt. Okay.
Right.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
No, I like Naomi. I liked her. I liked that she finally went off and did TNA for like a year. And she kind of like was the first time she was out of WWE.
You
So
saw her at a
yeah, we
TV
were there.
show.
We saw her. Yeah.
well,
We
I,
chucked like glow sticks into the ring.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
I
not
loved
supposed to
it.
do
It's
that.
kind of dangerous.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I caught it.
well,
in my butt
I'm actually liking her
You can say it.
her freaking new song. No, I'm actually liking her new song. Her new like being like a heel.
Caution thing?
I love it.
She's actually doing pretty good with her whole thing.
You guys hated her.
The caution I can still do it at the caution tape, but I am liking her whole
The
character.
caution tape is just
Yeah.
Orlando Jordan in TNA, like
Or,
2009.
or let's take it back to Owen Hart and the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that was,
Wow. I just
Yeah.
thought we're from
how
the
weird was
Bronx.
that he had caution on his tape, on caution tape?
Yeah.
No, I mean that's
That's
no,
a
no, that's
reference.
a real thing, like a weird eerie
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Caution tape,
And the pay-per-view was over the edge.
Over the edge, yeah.
But yeah, so
It was planned.
so they gave the match to Naomi. It was fun to watch, all in all, like you said.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
It was
I like
exciting.
the Mexican Destroyer on the ladder.
That was
It's hard to
crazy.
do.
I low-key felt like it was going to happen, too. I'm like, yo, somebody's going to do
The
this.
girls are doing some
on
pretty
the ladder.
crazy shit that they used to not
Brutal,
do back in
dude.
the
Some of
day.
these shits were
Well, my
fucking
wife did it. I
brutal.
didn't want her to get hurt.
Alexa Bliss took some bumps, man.
Yeah,
It's hard to do
she's been doing
two.
some shit.
It's hard to do one of the specialty type matches. We're doing two of them.
And
Yeah.
to like show out each time.
It's like
But
was a great match.
but we gotta talk about that sandwich, the ladder. Boing.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, has no one ever put a fucking ladder together?
Or they didn't,
They couldn't squish it.
the thing down.
It's just like
There was at one point where they had a big ladder, and it was just like...
Well, there was
unfucking
two
hinged.
times that Julia botched. With that one she botched, and then when she tried to put the ladder on the rope, and it fell and kind of hit her in the back in the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah, like on her shoulder.
She should have sold that.
Hibachi.
Yeah.
Straight hibachi.
Ah, my hole.
Me duele.
And then Nia Jax, my hole. Oh, that's a soundbite you knew.
Yo. So,
Yeah, I like that.
that was a good match,
Only
all
nights
in
I
all.
can-
Naomi
I can
won, so shout out to her.
Let's see where
So
she
yeah,
cashes in.
So she does have to
Right.
cash in for another year, right? So
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
WrestleMania. Or
Yeah. She has a whole year to cash in. You guys want to take predictions on how she's going to cash in?
sometime in the fall, maybe.
Well, I mean, like on who? Like, what?
I don't know.
She's going to cash in on Roman Reigns.
Right.
I bet you they flip it.
Right.
It's for the
This is
IC
a
title
SummerSlam.
or like the US title. Like it's like the secondary title. Like she can cash in on that type of title.
That's true. She could cash in on any
Or
title.
NXT. It's an NXT. I don't know if they do that.
I mean, there's like boring stuff I could talk about and tell you because I'm sitting up underneath people's storm drains, so I hear everything. Her and Jimmy were talking about having kids, so she was talking about potentially like stepping out soon. So maybe she could win it and leave with the belt. I'll just put that out there and leave it.
Nah.
Okay.
Or maybe she'll
That's
win
a
it and
good
get it
guess.
taken away from her real quick, or who knows?
Man,
Yeah.
That could be a thing too.
We'll see in a year,
Right.
in 9 months from now,
We will see.
Yeah, we'll see.
or
man.
22 months.
Next
in the-
match
I was
was-
in the womb 22 months,
Wow.
400 years ago.
I was 12 pounds. I was in there for like over 9 months. Like
I was
Big
born.
boy.
I was dropped off by a stork.
that's creepy.
Yes. So the next match is the
With 12
Intercontinental
pounds?
Championship.
Yeah.
Hold on, are you serious?
I could have wrestled in that midget match.
Dude, that-
Hey, that's what they called it in Worlds Collide.
They went.
Cito. Call me Mooneycito.
Mooneycito.
So yeah.
Mooneysote.
So the next match was the
What did I say?
Intercontinental Championship match,
Championship.
which was, like we
Dominic
said, was
Mysterio.
kind of put on from the Worlds Collide.
Yeah. It was set up from there. Yeah, you're right.
So it was Dominic Mysterio
Versus
and Octagón Jr.
Which means Octagon Jr. wrestled twice, too.
Yep, he wrestled
Yes,
twice
wow.
too.
They should have gave the fella.
Hey man, it's
a break.
Mexico, man. They can work.
Make it work, dude.
So how do we feel about that fight? How do we feel about them trying to bring Octagon into WWE?
Or is it just Dominic and Triple A? I don't know.
Or that too, yeah.
I think that's cool.
You see it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll say
It was
no,
a cool
I'll say
angle.
no, thank you.
I don't want Octagon to win it because I want Penta to win it, but
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
really felt like they were trying to set it up, and I think it kind of went nowhere.
I just have to
Wow.
see where I got to watch more Octagon separate and with energy, because man's just took too much time lining up his stuff on the ropes. It's like get up there like a damn cat and just send it. You know?
right.
Yeah.
Just being extra like here.
Who cares? You got the big WWE money now.
And then of
You
course
can get a
Dominic,
robot
You're
suit.
breaking neck.
and then of course Dominic kept the title. We didn't expect it to go
Yeah.
We
anywhere.
love you, Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in hell.
Chicken shit heel. Great.
Yeah.
Or Polo.
This is a good one. Women's Intercontinental Last Chance match. This was Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. If Becky loses, she can never challenge her for the belt.
Yeah, these rules.
So that was interesting.
I couldn't understand. It was too confusing.
Oh, for real, super.
This was
Again, again, I'm kind of tired of Becky Lynch.
Me
She's kind of
too,
been
bro.
a whore fest,
Oh,
man.
God.
just skip 30
man.
seconds over in the video when
I
we're
think
done
last
talking
night
about
I was
this.
watching Raw and like Becky Lynch came out to cut
Becky.
a promo. I was like, perfect. I'm gonna check my laundry.
Oh, dude, that promo she cut with Bailey, and then also Bailey's promos aren't that great. So,
Oh,
dude,
I like
me and
Bailey.
Crystal were like falling asleep
Jesus
watching that last
Christ,
night.
was-
Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's their version of John Cena and like Randy Orton.
and I also do feel like Seth has been dressing his wife. So I also feel like
shit,
Seth has
wash
been
it.
dressing his wife because she's been dressing really good lately, and I feel like Seth's like, all right, we gotta fix your fucking
Damn.
style.
You got a 6 CM Punk on her. Yeah.
You gonna stick Alberto Del Rio on her?
El Patron.
The attack dog.
But yeah, she does the most boring promos.
Anytime I
can't
hear her
do it.
talk, I just think of like Shrek.
Oh my god, right? It's gone now.
Shrek? I like her.
Shrek
I honestly like her promos now better. Now that she's not doing the man voice. I am here and I'm the man.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I just like it. I like that she's just talking regular.
She still
I-
kind of does that though. Not the
Not
whole
all
time,
right.
but she'll
It's
like
really changed.
Yeah,
It's so much more. It just sounds like she's bitching now, and I'm like, wow, this looks true to who you probably are.
Yeah.
No, let me not
And,
say that. Probably.
And they gave it to Becky Lynch, which I was kind of shocked.
Great.
I feel like now she's the most boring Intercontinental champion.
You guys wanted it.
This is her first time winning it because the
Well,
only other person that won
Yeah.
it
The only
was
other person was Lyra had it the whole time. Yeah.
It's December.
That's all they did it for. They're gonna take it back from her. Who's gonna take it though? Naomi maybe.
Love it.
Oh,
That
like I
would
said,
be
yeah.
cool.
they could
I
do
don't
that.
think maybe they'll just keep it on the world title because there's 2 world fucking champions.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I still don't get it.
so much.
Right.
One day.
Moving along.
Moving along,
We should challenge Tiffy.
Men in the Bank ladder match.
Men in the Bank.
This was
match.
Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Penta, Andrade,
Andrade.
and El Grande Americano.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
All right.
What you guys think about
This
this?
was also a sick match,
Good
honestly.
times, man. Yeah.
I
It was-
actually like
it
this
was a
match
good
the most out of all of them, probably. I
Yeah,
would say.
it
So-
saved the PLE.
For real.
So it was sick. I just hated that they teased Penta winning so many times. And
Yeah,
didn't
they
win.
did.
Like,
They
Oh my
teased
God.
everybody though, even like
Yo,
Solo
Penta a
Sikoa.
lot. They had him like
They were
literally like 7 times.
Right. They were fucking with our
They
emotions.
teased Stephanie Valkyr winning.
Yeah, they
yeah.
did it too. Yeah.
They were edging all of us.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
mad.
probably doing that already.
And then of course like
You
we
think you know me?
and then of course like we figured it got interrupted
Yep.
by Seth's fucking.
Seth
Jacob
Sluts.
Fatu.
That was like Seth sluts.
I was trying to say it in a nicer
There were a
way,
whole
but yeah,
bunch of-
Seth Sluts.
there were
And
a
also
Yeah,
Jacob
bunch of
Fatu did
sluts.
too because he stopped
Oh, yeah,
Solo
Fatu.
Sikoa from,
A bunch of gimps.
which is
just
actually a
get
big.
in the ring.
Yeah.
That's big for the story.
Yeah.
He's turning on him now.
Yeah.
They're no longer homies.
You seen Solo selling?
But they're also saying that
making,
Solo
like,
is
facial
funny now.
expressions. Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Solo's doing great funny. Like in the
Is
beginning
he
when
gonna
they
be-
all like ganged up on him, he's like,
I like when he makes fun of Penta, where he's like,
Yeah, he's good, dude.
yeah, he is.
Are you gonna
I'm glad
turn
you
him?
guys
Like-
are coming around for the reach
How do you
around.
turn?
No, yeah, it really
He's
is.
turning him.
He's doing it.
Is he baby? Are you gonna turn him?
No,
You don't- you don't-
No, I'm not gonna turn him
Nah.
baby,
He's
but
like a
he's just
funny
like
heel.
a comedy.
He's like, yeah, he's a silly little villain.
He's
type.
Jericho?
He's doing a Hollywood Solo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good way to
oh,
put it.
Jacob Fatu, he'll become a baby.
Jacob Fatu is great.
Funny
Oh, he is.
Samoan.
Yeah, he's definitely. He's like a
Sorry,
tweener
before
too, because
Yeah,
he'll,
he doesn't-
he'll do bad shit. Like he'll like rough
Exactly.
people up.
Oh yeah, and how do we feel about Jacob finally saying, "Fuck this, I'm going on my own"?
Love it.
That's all
Yeah, it was great. It was about time.
He's good enough.
I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna say the N
To
word.
stand on his
I want him
own.
on Raw.
I do want Jacob on Raw,
Jesus.
but he can't with that title.
Oh,
That title
yeah,
was
no. Get it?
SmackDown title.
But I think we all predicted the winner, obviously, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, it had to go that
Very
way for the
safe.
story.
Oh, I hated it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I wanted Penta to win.
I hate
so
to
bad.
see it. Yeah, I hate to see it.
Really, you? It sets a
What's that,
worker.
boy?
Well, no, it's just like you want to see something different. I'm thinking about the now. I'm not thinking
Okay.
about the future and
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
predict
I just don't know
matches.
out of
I'm just
any of those
being,
other
you know,
guys who would have been able to like
taking a ride.
carry that
For the
as
next
far as
6
Seth
months.
Rollins.
Actually, I kind of was rooting for LA Knight too. He's
I
been
like
growing
him. I
on
like
me
him a lot,
lately.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
low-key.
He's been growing on me lately.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
He even cuts
he's
great
got
promos,
a fucking
yeah.
ceiling.
He's the
trying to
dad
break
that
that
starts
ceiling.
coming around.
Yeah,
yeah.
You guys are accepting.
Yo,
him.
did you see-
I still hate him.
Yo,
the best thing.
Did you see the Slim Jim commercials with him with the vest? That shit was
Yeah,
fire.
that is
I
fire.
want that fire.
Yeah.
Slim Jim
Yo,
vest.
editor.
Yeah.
Put a clip of that up there.
Let's see who has this job this
I wanna
week.
see
Rock, paper, scissors.
But yeah, so I was like,
I'd
the
be
couple
like that.
times when they like teased Penta or like LA Knight, I was like, I'd be happy with either.
That's a
of
Money in
those.
the Bank
Yeah.
match, though.
Yeah.
But they kept it safe with Seth. Obviously, the moves the story along. We all knew it was going to happen. We predicted that, and we did say we hope it's Penta, which they teased 1,000 times.
Right.
But it got
Whoa,
Seth.
she got a shit.
La Yesca.
Did they used to have 2 Money in the Banks, like for men?
Hey, Chad.
Yeah, they used to have 2 Money in the Banks for
Get my
men.
money in your phone.
Isn't that crazy? Imagine they do it now with 4. If they had 2 women and 2 men, that'd be insane.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Jesus Christ.
So then we're moving on to our last match.
The
The
matches.
tag team main event: Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul.
It was Jey Uso's last match as champion.
Oh, was this with the drone flip?
Yeah. Whoa, he's like,
yeah.
whoa, I'll make sure I got it.
Nah, honestly, this match was.
That was yuck, man.
Yo, it's kind of nuts. I hate the whole damn audience for booing Cody. You guys are sucking on his nipples, and then he comes out before John, and everybody's fucking.
Holy shit.
But
went for it.
What'd you guys think about
It was
that
a
match?
fever dream.
honestly?
It was. I don't even barely know what
yeah,
happened.
It wasn't overwhelming.
I guess it did what it had to do.
It did what it had to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
say it better, man.
Do what you can.
Yeah.
What it felt like.
It did what it had to do. I think we said that it was going to be Jay and Cody. Did we? I feel like we said it was going to be Jay and Cody who won.
Yeah.
I watched
Let's
it.
talk about R-Truth, though, making a surprise.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
That was the best
Wait,
part of
no.
the whole thing.
That was
Ron Killings.
Ron Killings.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
no
yeah.
longer R-Truth.
That was so.
They are
That
still
is
billing
hard,
him as
I like
R-Truth,
that.
but like, he's kind of being like the outsider where he says he's
So,
Ron
question:
Killings.
do you guys think that the whole him getting fired was fake?
I think it was real. I think
I
they
think
just
it was
saw
real,
the, they saw the
Backlash.
response.
Backlash.
No, because,
But you know, this might. I mean, writers, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But if I was in the office, I'd think like, hey, like let's work on that. Let's create heat. Let's create like realistic storylines. We'll fire people, bring them back.
That's
Yeah.
No, he was
Stir
going to
up
get
the
released
fans.
because Cena said, I wanted to have the match with him
Yeah.
because it was his last week.
He's just too expensive. The man's been there for too long.
And
They
you gotta-
don't
you gotta
want
get
to
paid
fucking
every
pay
year.
him anymore.
The agents have to give you more money every time.
Well, I
That's why
also-
basketball players go to like the shitty teams just
Yeah,
for the money.
I also do think that when they gave him back his contract, I feel like he was like, no, I want to either do it this way or nothing. So I feel like he got to do the whole Ron Killings thing and
Yeah.
push himself.
He's doing that so he could use the name after in the Indies and it be the
He's
like
54.
thing that's like attached to him.
Oh, you mean for
that's the
signing
name
meet and
that's like
greets.
attached to him. Like
Yeah.
he owns that name.
It's his name.
Yeah.
I personally like it because our hip hop episode that is about to drop
Yes.
this week, you're gonna see it first again.
Last week.
Last week, sorry,
Yeah.
last week.
Time travel.
We're in the
Yeah,
future.
time traveling.
Dude, it's like Iguana
But
over there
what I was
fucking-
trying to say was I didn't know too much about R-Truth's past, like his Ron Killing character. I did more research on it, and it's kind of dope that he's kind of like going back to that in a sense.
100%.
You know?
And I also like that he's showing
He
like,
won't be
yeah,
boring anymore.
I can be a
hopefully.
funny guy, but he
He's a
can
little serious.
pull
He
off
kicks
that
some ass,
serious
yeah.
too. Yeah,
He's our modern day Mick.
yeah, pretty
Mick
much.
Foley.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great way to put it.
Yeah,
That's
why
a great
does
way
it
to
The
put it.
many
Megan.
faces of Mick Foley.
Yeah, he's got the different character thing going on.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he got
Say
the
modern day
whole,
Perry Saturn
got the whole schizo effect. Yeah, 100%.
with the broom in the eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
Moppy.
I'm here. Hello, I'm here.
So are we going to talk about Raw last night or no? Or should we just do like a
No,
quickie?
yeah, that comes.
We'll
that
just
comes,
do a quick
that
wrap
comes
up of
next.
what's going on. Because
There was
two Raws.
there was even another Raw before that.
Yeah,
we
of
got.
course.
Oh dang, yeah,
How
we're
the fuck do you
behind.
even
Woo!
interact with these things.
There was one before that one. You're right.
Well, the one before that one, the big thing was obviously Gunther got the championship back.
Yeah, but that was a great shot of him
But,
walking up the aisle, and he was like, "What did you expect? You
There
couldn't
was,
do it."
yeah.
I just love that.
Even before that, the Raw before that, we just got to talk about Michael Cole for a second.
Oh yes, and I quote.
Michael Cole, and I quote: "This is a real. This is a real Michael Cole line. They should give you histamine so your tongue swells up and you can't talk." And I quote: Michael Cole. All right, but I also want to talk about his Judgment Boys. Did you catch
Wait a minute.
that?
I have a feeling Michael Cole's in a nipple ring.
He did.
He's that type of guy.
Well, that's funny because Wade Barrett talks about finding out the age of a luchador by his nipples. This is facts. Go back to it.
Boy, his nipples.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta check his nipples, boy.
Is that because they're like running
Your
around?
account's
I
like
have
fucking
no
braille
clue
on it.
because he was talking about Chad Gate, like a Grande Americano's nipples, and he was like, you can look at him and you can tell the age. It's not Chad Gable.
He goes, the more like pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had those almonds in my mouth just last night.
You a sick fuck.
Yeah.
So catch us up on Raw.
Okay, but that last Raw though, I fell asleep during, and I woke up to the whole Gunther thing winning. So I was like, whoa.
So I guess one of the biggest takeaways, Gunther took the belt back from Jey
which
Uso.
is very important for what we're going
we
to
all
talk about.
surprised.
So, well, how do we feel about Gunther taking back the title? Did you think Jay should have had it for longer? Are you happy he doesn't have it? I mean, yeah.
Gunther Piquet.
Yeah, so are you happy that Gunther took the title? Are you mad that Jay lost it? What's
I have mixed feelings. When it first happened, I was kind of like,
Be
good.
careful, Rikishi.
Because Jey Uso, I know, and I want to interview. We want to interview Rikishi.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was fucking hurt. My feelings were like hard. Was hard.
I can't lie. I got a soft spot for Jay ever since he won, and I
I
really
do too.
wanted to root
Travesty,
for
man.
him. I really wanted to root for him, but Gunther again. Also, like I said, he's been growing on me too. Like
Gunther's
his
a beast.
freaking his promos, everything. He's
that one
good.
that promo of him coming back. What did you expect? He's so natural.
yeah.
Like not being like a scary big monster,
Yeah.
evil foreign heel. He's more just like a classy Euro guy. You know?
Yeah. Two things. What I thought is, you could do more with Gunther having the heavyweight
You can,
belt,
and I
right?
think they
You can
realize
go-
that.
and
too.
they already
Story,
do.
yeah.
Not to jump ahead, they're already doing something with that. We'll talk about it. And then the second thing is, seeing Jey Uso against some of these bigger dudes, he just doesn't like fit. It just like doesn't make sense for him to have.
He's also
that
been doing a
belt
lot
going
of-
against
and
other
then-
like monstrous dudes.
And again, as much as I love Jay, he's been doing a lot of botching lately.
He should
Like,
have the
he's botching
tag
a lot
team
of stuff.
thing.
You back to tag team
Go back to I think
with
he
someone
is with
else.
Cody.
With him and like
Honestly,
him and,
after
well,
last Raw.
Well, again, talking about Raw for the Raws last night, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
Low
But
key, I feel like that's where they're going with both of them for now. I
I
guess.
thought they'd bring it back heel, Jay a little bit, but I don't know.
Are they
I'm
gonna
an
keep?
angry
Are
guy.
they gonna keep main event? Is that gonna go?
I'm the main event. Yeah, that whole thing.
no,
You can do that.
I think they will.
Right.
So we have Raw last night. Going back to Ron Killings, it seems like Ron Killings is really going for John Cena. He jumped John twice.
Yeah, it's
Right.
I love it.
Which was awesome. He sold them really fucking good. It was,
laid them
they
out.
were both great. And of course, the general manager was like, "Listen, you can't keep doing this. What do you want?" He said he wanted a match, so he's going to match next week with John. I'm excited about that.
That'll be fun.
And
We'll
they
talk
keep-
about it in a month.
And
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a month. Yeah.
And they keep confusing us with his little R-Truth name.
I like it. But we're also this is like a little triangle action. We also
The
had
King
CM
of the
Punk.
Ring
Yeah,
matches
yeah.
are happening too. Throughout
Very
this whole
complicated.
thing.
I had like, whoa, shit! Like they had a 4-way at one point, and they were like just normal,
Yeah, and then like I said, they're really pushing now the John Cena and CM Punk,
Which is great.
match.
How do you feel about that? Because the internet, right away, the internet was like,
Oh,
CM
man.
Punk, hypocrite.
I think I had.
Right, that's gonna happen in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
so-
and then he said he wasn't going to work in Saudi Arabia. So,
But then John Cena,
but
how
then
do you
that check
feel?
comes.
They already have a meme of CM Punk with the whole turban and everything on it.
But how do you
You know,
feel
the money
about
talks,
them
man.
turning it into a work? Because Cena goes, you now have to prove to everyone that you are a hypocrite, by wrestling.
Hey, I
They
mean,
brought it up.
That promo was good between them two.
I mean, they
He's
both
like,
cut
you're a
good
goat,
promos,
but
yeah.
I'm a goat too. Or so
He
am
should have said
I.
I slaughter the goat, but he says something about
The
spit
battle
wrestling.
of
It makes
the
me
goat.
feel
And,
uncomfortable.
and
Is that like a sexual thing?
He was gonna. I think he's talking like a shawarma type thing.
well, and I do like how CM Punk brought up, you're just doing the same shit I did. He's like, I won the belt, I left with the
Yeah.
belt. Like, you're just trying to be me.
Trying to copy me,
Yeah.
right?
I wrote this down for myself as a note, like poetry.
Mhm.
I've never wanted someone to win the belt so bad. Give it to CM Punk so he can stop bitching.
Yo, that was fucking.
Not in the bathroom.
That was art.
on the wall.
Drink relay.
Marker.
That's the best poem.
That should be
yeah.
on Jersey Shore.
Right.
There's the Western Shore line.
It smells like the Jersey Shore.
That's something you like wipe your ass with when you run out of toilet paper. It's like the magazine that's like in the flyer, the poetry
you read
flyer.
that, you read what I
Bible
wrote down.
paper.
And then they had the match for the final spot in King of the Ring, which they gave that final spot that nobody knew to Jay.
So let's talk about the
Fine,
semifinal matchups. It's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso.
So, huh?
And
That's fun. That's why I'm
Randy
saying they're
Orton-
going to turn him.
Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn.
I feel sorry for Sami Zayn.
So yeah, that's interesting that you say that because Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso
I love
are
him,
gonna
but
have to,
damn.
team up.
Yeah.
But then eventually they're going to have to face each other.
Yeah, which is a great dynamic because they were really pushing their friendship.
I already
thing,
know what's
and
going to
now-
happen.
Go for it. Let's
Jey
predict
Uso's
it.
about to super kick somebody, but they move and then he super kicks Cody Rhodes. That's it.
Oh, hold on. It can either be a super kick or a spear.
Yeah,
That's true.
right. That's what I feel like it's for.
And then the whole thing's like, Did you? I did it for The Rock. Did I do that again?
Wow. for the Rock's soul.
The Rock's gonna be like,
He's giving his.
And then for the girls,
They brought up Rock
I
again.
hate that thing, right? When he goes like this, like,
They brought up The Rock again.
no, he holds it on.
yeah, he's like,
While he was explaining like, what I
Who's
did,
Mewing?
you know, what
That was.
he goes, Cody was distracted by The Rock. He mentioned The Rock.
Who did that?
The final
Punk did?
boss. No,
Punk did?
John Cena.
Oh, really?
yeah, he did mention that in the
So brought him
promo.
back.
Oh.
and the other
So
fatal,
SummerSlam, The Rock, you might hear him.
yeah, and the other fatal 4-way last night was for the final spot for the women's. And Stephanie, I thought they were going to push Stephanie, but they pushed Asuka for her first match back to take the spot.
That was interesting.
Wait,
That's
but
interesting.
we're just going back to the
Yeah.
Rock.
Asuka.
Watching Money in the Bank behind Michael Cole in the audience, you could see the Rock's mom. So I was like, "Holy shit, it's the
Oh.
Rock's mom!" And anytime the Rock's mom's in the audience, the Rock will show up.
Oh, they're in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
LA, that's
no
why.
Rock.
Huh.
She must have been there for Jay.
She
Uso.
was there. Somebody got hurt too.
Oh,
And
maybe.
they showed her like kind of like worried about one of the dudes. Like,
Oh, I don't-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A mom's going mom.
Mom,
Yeah,
mom,
respect.
right.
We
Oh
love
man,
him.
I didn't even notice that. Was a good catch.
Yeah, I saw
So the
them.
women matches are gonna be Ahsoka versus
Asuka versus
Asuka.
Alexa
Sorry,
Bliss.
Asuka versus Alexa
Big
Bliss,
two
and
for
Jade
Oscar.
Cargill versus Roxanne Perez.
Again, I feel bad for Roxanne because Jade Cargill is a beast.
she looks like an American gladiator.
She looks like the actual
She's a turtle on
Storm.
steroids.
She looks like the clits.
But how do you feel about them not pushing Stephanie and pushing Asuka for her first match back? I thought
Me
Stephanie.
da asco.
Yeah, I thought Stephanie was gonna get it.
I couldn't stand damage control, so this is triggering to me. All that shit sucked.
I like Io Sky on her own.
Yeah.
Asuka, I'm not the biggest fan of.
No, she
No.
had the kiss face paint.
She had the jeans without the face paint
Right.
on.
I was highly upset that they didn't push Stephanie. I thought that was what was going to
Yeah,
happen.
me too.
I think Steffi's
How
in the next. I think she's
like
long
an
can you
American.
push her? Like, she's at the level now that she's
That's
at.
true. That's true.
no one heard
Probably
that.
she
I
can't
know,
speak
right?
English. We can't push her.
I mean,
Nah.
yeah.
All they ever heard her say in English is
I
Chris
like to
Benoit.
push her from
No, no.
I just said
Well, freaking
I
Asuka can't speak English either. You're her trying to talk after she's in the fight.
Hey, but
Think
you
about
know,
it.
just use subtitles. I don't care. And
Most
don't try
of
to.
the
Like, if a
regular
guy went to like
wrestlers can't
Japan,
speak English.
they would be mad if he was just speaking
Io
English.
Sky be
Yeah.
saying stuff in Japanese.
They would
sometimes.
admire
It was
it.
kinda
That
was
cool.
sick,
That was fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we're on a podcast.
You could see her like lighting up over that when
Yeah.
she's speaking
Right.
Japanese.
What?
Io Sky
Yeah.
did a promo where she was talking bad. She was talking about Liv Morgan, and she said something in Japanese, and they didn't like closed caption
Yeah.
it, but it was
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Who the fuck
Six
cares
is
what she
more-
said?
Yeah, it's more spirit. It's like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you watch
like
foreign movies? You with subtitles or dubbed over?
I don't watch them.
Subtitles.
Me
Sorry.
either.
He's stuck in the back. He doesn't watch
I
anything.
hate subtitles, but yeah, if I,
I
have
can't
to.
read.
But you hear the passion or the humanity in the voice.
I actually do like when she speaks a little bit of English and she goes into Japanese and back to English.
Oh, explaining what she said.
Yeah, yeah.
What's that new movie? That French movie? Well, it's that. I mean, it's an American movie, but they're in. I believe they're in France or.
The Brutalist.
No, the one with
That's
she looks like
stripper.
a stripper and
Oh,
and then she's
shit,
an
this
escort
turned.
and she's dating like the rich kid. The
Talking about
sort of
Nora?
rich kid.
Oh,
Showgirls.
yeah. The
man.
Nora.
Oh, that's a different movie. North.
Is that the
I
movie you're
don't
talking
know
about?
if it's.
Anyway, I do know what movie you're talking about. Yes,
Oh,
there's no subtitles.
No, yeah, that's
There's no
Nora.
You can follow it though.
Yeah, yeah, you can follow. Yeah,
Nora. It's a Nora. Yeah, you can follow it.
Mickey Madison.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fucking high as shit. stressed out.
She's the one that got destroyed.
I was trying not to say
in
it.
Tarantino. She's the one who gets her head cracked in Tarantino.
Nice.
bad.
Hollywood.
But
Sicko.
Dude, that's like wrestling. Like the casting for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my rant of the day.
Okay.
Hollywood. They got all the young cuties and the young guys and girls.
Wow.
So now they're all like the
Manson's
famous
in
guys,
there,
like
too.
Butler. Was that his name? The guy who played Elvis.
yeah,
Yeah, so he was in it. All those guys were all these young kids.
and Kevin
Yeah,
Smith's
I
daughter
remember
was
that
in
like
it.
in the Manson family.
Yeah,
the
they're-
girls.
So
that
now
became,
that's like
yeah.
kind of like NXT. Like they got all the scouting done there as a
Wow.
casting.
It is true. Yeah, they're all
Did
getting pretty
Shout out
good.
casting. I did that for a minute.
casting calls.
I didn't.
Casting couch.
No, I did reality TV casting. It's very similar to that. I just didn't have to. You went everywhere instead of pulling out your when you pull out like a gift card. That's a gift to Applebee's.
Shout out Bang Bros.
Hey, did you see that video of that non-wrestling related? He looks like a wrestler. The UPS driver who no-sold the 3 girls in the bang bus. Hey, maybe can you come in here? He's like, I'm driving. He goes, are you busy? I'm driving, but I'm not busy. I'm driving.
Crazy. How you sign up?
Yeah, I gotta leave. And then this is like viral now. It's like a World Star video.
You ever seen that porn star called
like-
Alien? The little black dude. He's like, what they call him alien because they got he's on bang. He's on bang.
He has a tripod.
Yeah.
Porn is very
They call
much
him
like
alien.
wrestling.
I swear.
Oh, very much
I'm gonna
so.
put him.
Bring out Val Venus.
Yeah.
Ladies.
He was a Mexican wrestler in the 90s.
Oh,
Alright,
shit.
Back
Really?
on track.
This
Oh,
is
that's good.
beat degradation.
Yeah, we're totally going the wrong way with this. All right, what's next on the list?
You gotta cut that
Mooney,
whole
why don't you
part
talk
out.
about that AEW 4-hour?
Okay, so like, we'll do our little AEW thing before we find out.
Which means Mooney will do his little AEW thing.
before we find out what's in my bag.
Ooh, what's in the bag? We have to make a
Alright.
sound clip
Oh,
for that.
That's him. Sorry.
Yeah, I see.
This
Where'd you
is
find a picture of me?
Damn, at least.
Doing his thing.
Right. Let's go. Next.
Yeah, so in the last couple of weeks, AEW had they had a 4-hour broadcast.
For the first time ever,
Yeah.
right?
Did you see it? We had 4 hours of wrestling
his
on
name?
television. Tony Khan.
Yeah, he came out there. He was
Yeah.
just like, that was like the word. It was kind of cringe. Him,
Yeah,
like,
the
being
last.
on there.
That's you're new to it.
He's
but
like,
doing it-
Portland!
Yeah, it's
Better than
He was going
He's
hard.
better
as
than Billy
fuck.
Corgan.
But like Fyter Fest was their first ever. Like they had Double or Nothing in 2019, and then they had their first TV broadcast was Fyter Fest in 2019. So that's kind of like their flagship show for like TV, sort of like
Fyter Fest.
they're not flagship. It's their first, time on TV. So they did 4 hours, which is crazy. That's bullshit, man. Just because they aired it on Friday, I sat through 5.5 hours of that shit at Grand Slam from like 6:30 to like 11:58.
So they usually have shorter broadcasts?
No, it's always 2 hours or 2:10.
Jesus.
No, but
Feels
like
That's a lot.
7
no,
hours.
they did Dynamite and then Collision right on consecutively because
Okay.
of NBA. So instead of showing like no match that week, or they're going to skip that week, they're like, let's do it 4 hours, which is crazy. But they have like the highlights and it's like 12 minutes,
Oh.
but still doesn't think he thinks 12 minutes is
12 minutes is too long. I need like 40
I got
seconds.
to watch some of that. It was alright. I didn't really fully. I'm gonna try to catch up. but
It's all they're all like
4 hours is
outland.
wicked.
Yeah, they're all outland. They always hype up like this, like wrestling. I like AEW. So we had the better wrestling and stuff, but they had the most like outlandish character shit going on now, like burning down someone's house, Hangman. Moxley's like a freaking like home invader, And speaking of Moxley, he's him and AEW got apparently allegedly sued for
Pushing the camera.
pushing in
guy.
a cameraman.
Allegedly pushing.
I would have
the
broke
camera.
my fucking hip too. I'd have been like, oh.
He's like he wants that Tony Khan money,
Yeah.
But like it's like they had what's his name tied up, Hangman tied up like cartoonishly, like Reservoir Dogs, and like
Should've cut his
another
ear
cartoon.
off.
Yeah, like that,
I would've
basically.
ate it.
But if like they're like the real wrestling, like the sport
Oh,
pro
excuse me.
wrestling,
Right,
they're doing outlandish shit,
Right.
like
Right.
how do you
Sports
guys feel?
entertainment.
Yeah, they're the most sports
Whoa,
entertainment
that's
too.
not sports entertainment. Don't let Vinnie Mac hear you that.
No, you don't want to hear that.
All right, speaking of Vinnie Mac, first thing out of my bag.
What's in the bag? We have to make
Wait,
a
we got
sound
a
clip for
segment
this.
right here. This new segment is called
What's in the
Mooney's
bag? Yeah, and
Baby, show us some powers too. What's in your? All right, so the
What's
first
in
thing, my
Mooney's
brother.
First, show them the bag, Mooney.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's fucking CVS.
it's a beautiful CVS
All right,
bag.
Photoshop the
got
logo
the heat.
here.
Right, there you go.
Photoshop the logo.
Mooney's bag.
All right. So my brother found this in the basement. I posted this on Instagram like 6 years ago, and I thought it was a kind of cool thing. I bet you Vince McMahon was probably like, I made the fucking cover of New York Magazine. This is kind of cool. This thing is
Oh
logo.
wow, that is cool. Yeah, look at that.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
This is the real.
Holy
And like it's that style.
That's right.
And we'll throw up a big photo of this,
Yeah,
obviously.
I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Or just zoom in right there.
Right there.
Yeah, but that's
That'll be
I bet
the
you he
lazy
was
way,
like-
depending on who's editing.
Like he made the New York
Right.
elite, But this was when they just went public on the stock market, and this would have been great to have when we recorded on my birthday because this is my 10th birthday gift. I went to a WWF Live at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
Look,
Wow.
this is the
I had that
program.
as
It's the
well.
magazine, but they made it to the program.
yeah.
Now, that's how you know this is old and we're aging ourselves, because this
Yeah.
would have been like $25 now.
yeah. Hell yeah.
But this was prime WWF Attitude Era.
It's still real to me, damn it.
I was on the dirt sheet things by then, but I still don't. This is real though. This is real. I got the freaking match card too.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
And
nice.
tell you what, I don't remember a lot of it. I remember Undertaker interrupted a lot, but they had Headbangers versus Too Much. The music.
Yeah.
Farouk and Mark Henry, I think he got interrupted by the Undertaker, and throughout the whole night, they must have had that at every live event. Like Undertaker was chokeslamming everyone during the matches. Terry Funk. I saw Terry Funk wrestle.
Oh, shit.
Dustin
Dustin
Runnels versus Savio Vega. Shout out to you.
Oh, wow.
Theo Savio.
And Steve Blackman, Double J. That's when Double J was with the
Wow.
puppies. The first time he started doing like the Deborah McMichaels with the puppies.
Was it
Is that-
Don't Piss Me Off?
Don't
This is
piss
your
me
puppies.
off. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's done with that weird sexual strap thing.
So,
Into it yet.
this is the weirdest match. Triple H versus Vader for the
Oh,
European Championship.
Wow.
That's a tough
Ooh.
match. This is tough.
I heard Vader
Oh,
was
you
rough
didn't
and-
know? New Age Outlaws and LOD 2000.
Oh,
Which is,
shit,
that was going on.
Wow. Oh, LOD 2000.
But he was probably doing that gimmick where he was drunk,
This
This
is
Yeah.
a house show too,
is,
right?
this is the Madison Square Garden. They sold it out, and then they sold out Raw. Like the next day, they were in Raw for at the Garden. Then we had Ken Shamrock, Owen Hart submission match. So Owen Hart.
Wow,
Find
that's
that
pretty
somewhere.
Wow.
Find
My,
that.
we
gotta-
tried looking
gotta
for a
watch
fan
that.
cam, couldn't find it.
That's
And then the
hard.
main event, Stone Cold and The Undertaker. This is the Highway to Hell. This is the beginning of the Highway to Hell. Stone Cold and The Undertaker. I don't think anyone was champion at this point. It was in limbo. Like Undertaker went on Raw, and then they let it go. Then Kane and Stone Cold wrestled at King of the Ring. Speaking of King of the Ring.
And
Got
the
the-
brothers.
And then Dude Love and Kane. It was Mick Foley came out. He came out as Mick Foley. Like he wore like a red flannel. I remember.
Really?
But this is the same time when Dude Love and Stone Cold wrestled for the belt. That's why the whole thing happened where Mick Foley was the corporate champ.
and they were a tag team at some point.
Yeah,
Dude
yeah.
Love and Steve.
Mhm.
That's sick.
And then one last thing that we're going to do when we do our first watch along. I think this should be one of the first things we watch because I checked on eBay and apparently it's rare and it's like $140. But I bought this at Suncoast in Cross County in like 2000.
Oh, that looks awesome.
But it's Shawn Michaels in classic '99 Shawn Michaels doing the ref
shit.
for it. But you got Tommy Dreamer, like Funk, the Terry Funk.
Wow.
I remember watching this in like 2001 and not being into it because it was like weird because it was like I wasn't eased into it yet. But it was Tommy Dreamer, Raven, wild shit. Trying to think of the early one. Hayabusa 2. That's like when they first started. That's the second one. Yeah. Tanaka. This is like during that whole ECW '99, his biggest year with Mike Awesome. And we should watch it.
Is that Tanaka pre WWF? Or
No, this is ECW. This is when he was with Mike
Okay,
Awesome.
shit.
Yeah,
That's sick. That's a cool throwback.
yeah. So I'm and they're hyping it up and everything.
Yeah, that was like hardcore.
We
Yeah,
should
so-
watch it.
I can't wait to watch for the blood.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Just trying to think of the one last guy's name in it. All right. Yeah.
Bill Bing Bong.
So yeah, speaking of King of the Ring, the next PLE is going to be Night of Champions, correct? Is
Yeah.
that going to be on Netflix too? I think.
Should be because it's like a it's a special thing. We should
Oh.
know this.
Or do they put it on Peacock because it's a PLE?
It said Netflix in most markets. It said on the thing.
Oh, so we got to put
Which
the
is
old
fine.
VPN on.
That's
Oh,
it.
look at that.
Little
VPN?
weapon.
Yeah. I'll see you in the UK, mate.
Any predictions on who's gonna win King of the Ring?
Who cares?
By the way, it's King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
Get it
Right.
fucking right.
Yeah, I know, right? Nia Jax.
Genuinely
Nia
too.
Jax won it the other time, and
I
she,
think-
she handled it well.
I'm gonna say they're gonna push Jade.
It should be like the Queen,
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
the Wonder Woman.
it's gonna be Jade or Alexa Bliss.
I'm gonna say Roxanne is getting.
Really,
a
you
push.
think? I don't know
Yeah.
if they're gonna give her
That's
that.
just
I'm
Stephanie
gonna
back
see
here
her.
when-
You know why? Because
Well,
then
she's
it'll
not because Asuka took that from her.
Oh,
it'll make sense with the whole Judgment Day thing. You know, Liv will be super tight if like Roxanne.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
actually a good. That's a good.
Yeah, that's a
Yo, WWE hire me,
My
man.
man.
Right.
We obviously know Orton's
I think it
gonna
goes
beat
later.
fucking Sami Zayn, unless a miracle happens.
That fucking sweaty hog is gonna destroy.
But who's gonna win, Cody
Who do
or
you think's gonna
Jay?
win?
I think Jay turns heel.
I think it's gonna be Cody and
Oh, yeah.
Randy.
No, Jay's
Oh,
been with The Rock the whole time.
Cody and Randy.
Oh, Cody and
Oh,
Randy,
shit.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be a good match, too.
Ooh,
Think about that.
That'd be
Do
crazy.
you think Jay's been working?
Because
on
Jay won the
his
Rumble.
eyebrow?
Jay won the Rumble,
He did win the Rumble.
Interesting.
and Cena let him win.
You guys are so
Maybe
good.
maybe Cena let him win.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be,
Wow.
ooh, wow, that's a great. If that turns out to be it, we.
That'd be great.
All right.
Well, we're hitting it.
Then NXT Great American Bash is coming up too in Atlanta.
Yeah, we buried the lead here. Goldberg.
Wait,
Oh,
no, wait, I'm getting to
I
that,
get it.
bro.
My bad.
Wow.
Saturday's night's main event
Yeah.
in Atlanta, July 12th.
Okay.
That's going to be Goldberg versus Gunther. So if you guys saw last Raw, Goldberg, which is Duende's favorite wrestler,
Yeah.
came out and surprised everybody.
You rat bastard, Bill Goldberg.
See, it's a double-edged sword. The voice we got our truth back, like through like social media and everything, and our voices.
Yeah.
But then us saying no Goldberg, no Goldberg, summon Goldberg.
You want it, yeah.
So how do we feel about Goldberg coming out? I mean, he's still great on the mic. He wasn't bad.
He wasn't. He looks decent too. It just doesn't. It's like
was
one
out
of
of
those.
place.
Yeah.
It's as best as it is.
A man at a time. He's just never meant to be here in our time.
Against Gunther.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the person who sold it the best, and back to Gunther just being great at what he does, like Gunther, like turning from like confident Gunther to being
looked
like scared.
shook. Yeah, he
shook
was
Gunther,
like-
he did a great job.
No, he's kind of like he didn't want
He
to. I
did,
thought he
but
was
I
giving a
didn't
vibe
like
like he didn't want to beat up an old
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I think
Right.
I think Gunther was like, "What the fuck?"
What is his name?
He's
Yeah.
coming
Beat
out.
this fucking.
I'm gonna
He
beat
was
this
like,
old
geriatric.
Damn.
Frosty's
You
lost.
thought I went hard.
I have to cue the Gunther sound.
So he's probably like,
Yeah, this makes me think, right? Because I seen this as like a rumor, where it's like the rumor is that Goldberg's. Most of those rumors are true then.
yeah,
Because whatever you see, it's kind of whack.
I
I
know.
got like I kind of wanted to be surprised by that.
I'm slipping out.
Well,
That's
welcome
such
to
a- Get off
99,
Instagram.
that's the internet. Yeah.
I had to stay off the internet, really.
Yeah, facts.
Jeez.
Yeah, and
They
that's
ruin
that's
everything.
such a big like.
But is that
for lack
what
of
we're doing a
better-
podcast? Like, isn't that we're all beyond just watching the show now? Like, we need more. We need to know what's the juicy behind the scenes.
That's
I'm
true. The
actually-
fact that we're doing a podcast, yeah, that kind of
That's true. I'm actually looking forward to that Netflix show that's going to be WWE
But that's just
behind the scenes.
that's me
You hear
fake
about
though. I
that?
feel like
I actually don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's.
Eh? They're giving
That's
away
hard.
the magic.
Like part of me feels like that's a just leave that alone.
I don't
Well, they're
think
fucking
it's
us up
sacred.
because we have
Sacred,
to like
right?
Leave that
we have
that's
to, like,
sacred, yeah. Like it's bad enough people know enough
unlearn
as it is.
everything
Yeah.
and deprogram ourselves and be like, well, now we got to get with the times. It's 2025, and we have to like pull back the curtain and
You don't got to pull back the curtain on that. We've already pulled back the curtain enough.
enough.
We don't
Yeah,
need
You don't
to
need
see
to do
your
that.
Bingus.
no.
We just need to see
Tease
their
it.
Bingus.
What if they go into the girls' locker room?
Sick
Where they're
of us.
changing.
Oh.
Woo!
No, that's Vince. That was XFL. They would do that. The cheerleaders.
Oh, boo.
Jesus.
Everyone's favorite dirty grandpa.
And then SummerSlam, guys. SummerSlam's going to be big, obviously. It's going to be
Tickets went on
August
sale.
2nd, August 3rd. Tickets just started going
While
on
we
sale.
record.
I thought it was going to be CM Punk versus Cena there, but obviously not.
Nope.
So
They're
what do you
giving it
think?
away.
What do
I
you
don't
think is
know.
going to be the big
I don't know. It all
Cody
depends on what
rematch?
happens.
Roman
Yeah.
Reigns, baby?
Oh, yeah.
It's time.
One of his
yeah.
3 matches all year.
One of his three.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they're also
With
going to have to
7
change some
cousins.
storyline around because also if you watch the Raw last night, Liv got hurt during a match.
She
So
did.
whatever storyline they had with her is going to have to get all rearranged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like,
I think she's
oh.
gonna be on.
But it was just.
Well, why are they
Texas,
selling it
just
so
Saturday.
hard? Like, is she hurt?
Oh, that's true. Is she going to be at Fanatics this weekend since she just
Get it
got
signed.
hurt?
Get a cast signed.
Oh,
Get
there you
your,
go.
wear a
Oh,
cast.
True. That's going to be a call out. So me and
I'm gonna
Chris
nurse
Jett
her
will
back.
be at Fanatics this week, and I'll be working. He'll be there on
That already
Saturday.
happened.
I'll be lying.
Yeah, it'll already be happening, but
Walking
yeah.
around aimlessly.
Show that weird post ad of Jonathan getting arrested for harassing Liv Morgan. Right here.
I'm gonna be following Jonathan the whole time he's working. Like, where you going?
Yeah.
Nah,
Bring
she'll
the
be
Iguana.
fine. Macho Verse gonna be there too.
Shout out to
Macho
our
Verse.
friend of the show.
Yeah, shout out
Friend of the
Machoverse.
If you're here because of him, thank you.
Shout out.
Tip of the hat to
So
you.
as we're recording this, obviously the
Back in the
numbers will be
swamp.
different. But so as we
Classic.
are recording this, we did do an episode of Machoverse. I just did want to point out, I know the numbers will be different, but we did just hit, as this is recording, 600 views. So thank you, everybody.
Majority of them are me.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Freaking hopefully by the next time it's at 1,000 when this comes out. But thank you for everybody.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for supporting. Continue to support. We got a lot
Hey, if you
more
support us more,
awesome
we'll do 2
episodes
shows a
for you
week.
guys.
Thank you
We'll
to
talk
all those
more
bot
wrestling.
farms for.
We'll hire
Hey,
We'll hire an intern.
put the bot farm in India.
And they're into wrestling. That shit's real to them, man.
Thank you to AI.
Thank you to AI.
They're fudging the numbers just for us.
Thank you for all the mustache.
Well, no, well, look.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for all the mustache.
Respect your mustache.
Well, to be honest, we've been
wanna see
consistent,
real
and you can
mustache
see the
kids?
growth as we've been consistent. So
Right.
it's paying off little by little.
We're gonna have mustaches on our
And
shop.
we're on TikTok now.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
hip.
Oh yes, we are.
I set it up. I set it up.
We're on TikTok.
We're on fucking TikTok.
So soon we're gonna have to make some Jay Duende masks to sell, and we're gonna have to make some mustaches to sell for Kenny.
Ooh, I love that.
Bags?
Yes.
Check it out.
One last
Some
thing.
bags
I have
for
another
Mooney.
thing in my bag that I forgot I had. I don't want to just
Plastic
wait for next
bags.
time. So in 6th grade, this is peak. This is like
Oh,
99.
shit.
So we had to make a folder. So when you did a test, because all 4 of us were sitting tighter than our little podcast setup. We would all sit like 4 in a little tight little desk thing. So we had to put folders up to block the other people. So I made a wrestling one, but it was South Park related wrestling.
Oh shit!
So,
Is that Chris Jericho?
yeah.
I thrive for
Oh wow, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
this was- I remember making this. This probably took a long time to download.
South Park fucking.
This is when ECW was on TANN. So this is fall of '99.
Did you
Taz?
use AOL or
That is
Netscape to
Taz.
download these?
AOL. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna do this when I'm on the subway watching porn. Put it up.
You're
Yeah,
like
that's hilarious.
you're like Earth Angel
Actually,
with
that's really good.
the beard.
Right, he just holds it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
We got some plans though. We're gonna start doing some watch-alongs.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But
Also,
if
look
you
out
guys
for
want-
some mini episodes. Hopefully,
Oh, yes.
with
Yeah, hopefully
Nacho
me and
stuff
Chris will get out
events.
some footage this weekend
Yes.
at
Oh yeah, that'll be
Fanatics.
fun too.
Right.
You'll see a bunch of stories from Fanatics, I'm sure.
I got a whole bunch
Yeah.
of mini stuff for you.
I think you guys are doing
Bunch of
something
fun
this
stuff.
week.
Oh yeah, White
Fantastic.
Plains. Because I have to work this weekend because I'm a working class dog.
Where's the boo?
So I can't go to I can't go to Fanatics.
You should just lie, cheat, steal.
Right.
Yeah, I can say it's my medication.
You see, he puts on that mask, he turns into a whole nother
I'm on,
person.
I'm on new medication, guys. I can't work. But I'm gonna go to the one in White Plains. They're doing a little undiscovered realms at the Westchester County Center. You know, it's one of our favorite venues. We
Pop
like,
Fest.
we should be getting, yeah. So like, I'm gonna see what we get from there. Maybe pop in a shout out that I'm gonna try to get.
Yeah, let's hopefully.
Nice.
Testify!
But I'm gonna go there for like an hour. I got a Power Rangers invitation from my friend from '94. I'm not a hoarder. I just collect a lot. I still have the invitation from '94 Kid Aerobics in Cross County. It's like DZ.
Kid
I thought you were
aerobics.
getting that just this year. I'm like, dude, I think you should
No.
turn it down.
So I have it. So I'm gonna get it signed by the Black Power Ranger.
Nice.
Zach?
It's black,
Sick.
yeah.
Nice, yeah.
He still has that hair.
I've actually met him
Oh
a
my
couple
God.
guys. Nice guy.
He's actually black.
Yeah.
Yes. It's back when they didn't really think about the.
But I can probably get 2. It's like the Beatles now. I can only get 2 besides Zach, or I can get 2 other guys to sign it because everyone else is gone already. Like the Green Ranger passed.
The Yellow Ranger
Yeah,
too.
she's
Alright.
gone. But yeah, so you guys are gonna have fun at Fanatics, but at Comic Con and New York Comic Con, I'll be there. We'll do that because those tickets are already on sale
New Year Comic Con.
already.
Oh, we're gonna get those.
We all gotta go dressed up.
We're gonna
though,
get those
like,
free
full-
promo passes.
I'm gonna be Mr. Iguana, son.
I need you guys to buy me a sequins outfit.
Yeah.
Right.
Man.
So that pretty much wraps everything up. Right?
I do have a game with someone else.
we got
Cue
it.
Hey.
Oh.
the cue.
Yes.
So you don't want to ask for sex, and you're like, all right, you know, you have to bring it up.
All right. This game is actually thanks to Crystal came up with this game
Oh,
and
friend of the
suggested-
show?
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out Crystal.
She suggested, how about you do a game where you say people's real names and see if you can guess who they are from their stage name, their wrestling name.
All right. Hey, fun story. When I was at my mom's job, take your kid to work day, we downloaded all the real names in like '94.
Oh, well, good. Well, let's see.
I remember.
Oh, someone's gonna win
Well,
again.
I do have new people in here, so the first...
No, I just read the magazine while you guys play.
So the first name will be Colby Lopez.
Cool. Wow.
What?
And that's somebody that is
Be Lopez.
recent, getting pushed.
Cool.
JC Mateo.
Lopez.
Octagón.
Lopez.
Iguana.
Perez?
No.
Is it?
She got the dude.
Somebody really big. Somebody fucking...
Damn.
Oh yeah. I know who it is. Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Ding, ding,
Got
ding.
it.
No way that's his
Oh,
real
That's
name.
his real name.
I knew
I knew
that.
Colby. Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's so
Yo,
random,
we could
bro.
all make it.
What the fuck?
It's up there too.
Colby Lopez.
Okay, Jonathan Fatu.
Oh, that's.
Jacob Fatu.
Journey.
Oh, I know who that is.
So
Isn't that
Sikoa.
Jimmy?
That's Jimmy
Jimmy.
Uso.
Wow.
All right. Hold on.
Sick.
He sucks.
Everybody's ready?
I hate
Okay. Alan Neil Jones.
Oh, AJ Styles.
Oh, this guy.
I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm a fan.
Damn.
Ellen Needle. What?
Needle Dick Jones.
Glenn Jacobs.
Kane.
Oh, Good night,
He's a
Prince.
fucking mayor.
Yeah.
I voted for him
Respect
in
his
the,
authority.
in the absent ballots.
Ooh,
There was a
political
let me see if I can get
stances.
one to get you guys, or get Mooney for that. Oh, This is Austin Watson.
Austin Aries?
Austin Theory.
No, he is also someone who is. He's on Raw.
Sound prep.
Somebody that we don't like. Is somebody that we don't really like at all from Raw.
Oh,
Myself.
Balor.
No.
Hey,
about
it's
his first
alright.
name? What was his real name?
Somebody we don't like.
Fuck, someone we don't like.
What's his name again?
Austin Watson.
Oh, I know who that is.
So-
Xavier Woods.
Fucking shit, this guy's good, bro. Dang, now I'm like
He's
determined
Austin
to find
Creed.
some good ones.
His other name
Okay.
is Austin Creed.
Adam?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Adam Copeland.
Oh, Edge.
Oh, that's Edge.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn
I
it.
knew that one too.
Hey,
Slow
Lord of the
down,
Gooners.
Mooney.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joshua Fatu.
Oh, that's
Jimmy.
Jay.
Jay Uso.
Jimmy again.
Okay,
It's actually his middle name.
hopefully I'm saying this right. Adam Shear?
Oh, I know who that is. That's Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman, you got it.
Fuck.
That's
actually a
I
cool
fester in
name, Adam
Wikipedia. Wikipedia.
Okay.
Wikipedia.
I got more.
Replay. That's play.
Dang, I really want to find one to really mess you guys up. Oh, her name is Rebecca Quinn.
Oh, that's Becky Lynch.
Shit.
Wow. His name was Robert Paulson. His
Okay.
name was Robert Paulson.
Becky.
Rebecca.
The mom. Demi Bennett. What's the girl?
Demi
Liv
Bennett.
Morgan. Oh.
Sounds like
Wow,
that.
yeah. I can
No, but somebody else is just as popular.
Sonya
Rhea
Deville.
Ripley?
Rhea Ripley. Her
Oh.
name's Demi.
Demi Bennett?
Yep.
Demi.
Gianna
country
Jean. Gianna
Oh, my
Jean.
favorite 2000s porn star. Oh, that's Gianna Michaels.
Gianna and Jean.
Yeah.
Gianna who?
Is it a girl?
Yep, it's somebody you just said.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Mm.
1 point. It was the Iguana told me.
He's like throwing shit at the wall. What's
Yeah.
this?
For real. That's it.
Man, the girls have like such long names. Pamela Rose Martinez.
Oh, that's
Roseanne
Becky Lynch.
Perez.
Yeah, Bailey.
Bailey, you got
Yeah,
it.
that's what I meant.
Fuck.
Let's see if we do one more.
I'm losing matches on the dating app now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to say the whole thing. I'll just say her first
Oh, the
name
pussy's drying
is
You
Mercedes.
can hit me now.
Oh, it's
Who?
Mercedes Moné. Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well,
That was easy.
freaking Mooney made a comeback from the last couple
Yeah.
games.
He's back.
Shit.
The Mooney is back.
I'm gonna pull a real name out of this bag one day, and you're gonna win a prize.
He's gonna pull
Just
a
watch the show.
severed head.
Yeah, he's gonna pull
He's like, I killed
Severed
his ball
it is.
pop.
He's like, he won't
That's
be
the last
talking.
episode of the podcast.
That's how it
Holy
is.
shit.
You told me you didn't like that guy.
We took care of him.
Yo.
All right, guys. That is
Hey,
another.
send me a challenge. Give me a challenger, like John Cena. Give me a challenger for a game. Come on.
Yeah, or if anybody has
A
any
challenging
game
game,
suggestions,
yeah.
because obviously all the games I come up with, fucking this guy still figures out. So
Get their like schlong size, like middleslush.com. Whatever. There's a website about groupies.
So yeah, so guys, thank you for watching another episode of B Generation X. We are on
TikTok,
Instagram,
Instagram,
YouTube, Facebook, Mi Gente,
Follow us.
Internet
MySpace,
archive.
because
Sconex.
because now we know all the views we get on Instagram and all the views now that we're getting on YouTube, and we don't have the followers to match the views. So maybe you guys should hit the follow while you
Come
watch
on,
this
hit the
stuff.
follow, hit the
Follow
like.
us, follow us.
Because
the
if
leader.
not, I'm in your closet
There's
and
another
under your
DVD.
bed.
You don't want to be
And
a
I'll see
leader.
you
You want to be a
tonight.
follower.
But yeah, so please
Open to sponsors. We'll sponsor a
But
keg
you should
overseas.
also follow.
Shout out Blue Chew.
I love Blue Chew. I'll use it.
He ate them all already. That's why he's on
That's
heart
why
medication.
actually.
No, I'm on a heart medication. I'm on heart
Yeah,
medication.
actually,
It's for
he'll
my blood
That's why we
circulation.
can't stand up.
so
Bell.
so if you sponsor us, Blue Chew, Mooney said he will eat it on camera so we can see if it actually works.
We'll have a time lapse camera.
We got Undertaker stuff.
Yeah, we'll have that.
So,
Triple H with the
so reach
sledgehammer.
out to us.
Right.
But yeah, guys, thanks again. As always, this is episode 12. And, you know, I'm glad we're doing this, guys. And, you know,
Go
I
break
can't
down
wait for
emotion.
extra episode 20.
That's right.
He's gonna kill us all now. All right, guys, we got 2 words for you.
The Bronx!
The
Peace
lizard.
out, everybody.
Hey, the lizard. There's
The
lizards. By the way, there's lizards in Pelham Bay. I forgot to mention that. There's fucking lizards down like right outside
Really?
the store.
Yeah, that's my cousin. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a short episode where we
All right.
discover that. All right, guys. Peace out. All right.
Wait, I gotta return that.
We generate into something full. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. This the Bronx, boy.